from an open perspective, the sort of Second Life ecosystem is much more appealing to me than what I'm reading about the meta thing coming out. That seems frankly horrendous. Horrendous digital hellscape, frankly, is what it seems like to me. Anti-Man, good to see you, buddy. Yes, that roast of J Wheels was a blast. That roast of J Wheels was an utter blast. If I'm remembering correctly, we did that one in the Comedy Club Under the Sea, right? We did that. We did that out in my bay when I was renting part of that island, and built the Comedy Club underwater. I'm pretty sure that's where we did that one. That was a blast. That was a hoot. J Wheels Carver was another one of the group of comics that was working back at the time. He was in a wheelchair in real life. I can't recall exactly what it was that had him in the wheelchair. It was one of the chronic degenerative diseases. Um, and yeah, he was just he was one of the funniest guys we had, and we did a roast of him, and that was a ton of fun. Um, how's it going, Ant Man? The mothership is back, my friend. At least at least on a more regular basis than it has been for the past couple of months. I am still going to be working a fair bit this next few months with Poker News editing and my Poker Fuse duties. But I'm also going to have a lot more time. I'm going to be at home. I'm going to have much more time to be able to stream. It's like, I don't know. At one point I bought the laptop I currently have. One of the reasons I bought an overpowered laptop graphics wise was specifically so I could stream on the road. Um, at this point, I think I've got to accept the fact that I'm just not going to ever have the time to stream when I'm on the road. And it's frankly not a conducive setup, anyways. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, there might be other trips where I'm vacationing and not working, where I might that seems much more likely for me to try to put on a stream from the laptop. But yeah, when I'm at one of these live events covering it, it's just not reasonable for me to think I'm ever gonna manage to get a stream under my belt. Oh, I am getting 3-1 odds with my suited gapper here. But no, I don't think I'm gonna put the chips. Why am I folding these hands, everybody? Why am I folding these hands? I had 3-1 odds. I had 3-1 odds. What the fuck am I talking myself out of this hand for? To be fair, the flop doesn't always come Jack 8. I mean, to be fair as well, Borson, like back in our day, the barriers to entry for a decent experience in Second Life were particularly high as well, right? I mean, you had to have a fairly high-powered computer for the day to actually be able to get in and enjoy. Never mind performing the shows, just to be an audience member to get in and enjoy the environment and the sound quality and all that stuff. You had to have a relatively high-powered high-powered system to start with. So, I mean, these sorts of virtual worlds have always had a fairly high barrier to entry, but I do think the VR is a bit of a showstopper. Like, it just is not. Maybe it eventually becomes mainstream. I just don't see people wearing goggles with hand controllers ever becoming main. So until they find a new way to do it, until they find a more innovative, less bulky way to give the VR experience, I just don't see the VR becoming mainstream. MVE, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. Getting ready to crush some Omaha, I'm thinking. And yeah, globally, it's just absurd to think. I mean, it's just absurd to think that that's one of the things that I think is making Second Life a continuing thing that keeps working. Is that it actually is becoming something that's globally accessible now. You don't actually need for like the average computer that you buy for a few $100s or a few hundred of whatever currency you're working in um, at your local electronics store, just off the shelf, is going to run Second Life reasonably well these days, right? That wasn't true back in the day, right? Back when we were doing our comedy, it was significantly that computer just ground to a halt, melted when you tried to run Second Life on it. So I think you're actually seeing a much